Margaret's sister, Kathy. Margaret, I've had so many messages from cousins and friends expressing condolences. Some, like our Monaco cousins, haven't seen Marg for a while. They expressed their memories. They all used the same words, whether describing little Margaret or big Margaret. Sweet, beautiful, a beautiful smile, humble, unassuming, smart. We all know this last, and it is remarkable that so many descriptors fit one person. That's why Margaret is so remarkable. Marg is so bright. Although Allison would never say it, we all know she's definitely the brightest of the 8 Dempseys. Some people who are really smart have somewhat nerdy personalities or are somewhat internal people, a bit inept with social skills perhaps. Not Margaret. She could get all A's from those demanding Jesuits at Holy Cross. In any situation, she could see the big picture, whether a school budget, a family issue, navigating the world of old age our parents are going through, teaching a complex novel. But then she could find a razor-sharp path to solutions and execute them. We took countless teacher workshops together. I'm also an English teacher, sometimes for a week, and at the end of which we'd have to produce a lesson plan. Margaret would be done in a half an hour. 3 hours later, she'd poke her head into the room and say, "Aren't you done yet? Let's go have a martini." Both English teachers, as I said, we took a lot of courses together, especially when it involved some adventure or other. A few times we got National Endowment for the Humanities grants, and one a couple years back was a free week in Amherst, Massachusetts, studying Emily Dickinson. I'll end with a little story that captures the fun we had together. We trade and edit our application essays so we both get chosen. Yes, Emily Dickinson is a good subject and important, but for us, it was a free week, a little vacation together, where we learned some cool stuff for teaching, get free books, good meals, but mostly we could be together and laugh and talk. And so much more important than our coursework, Margaret knew, was us catching up on each other's lives, our wonderful kids, who was doing what, our husbands. We'd jog and walk and explore. Well, this one Dickinson conference, we requested, of course, to be roommates. And they thought they were doing us a favor when they gave us 2 separate little attic rooms. So at the first dinner, at a round table with 10 or 12 people we didn't know, she and I discussed our plans. So, I'll move my dresser and desk into your room, and you can move your bed into my room. We wondered why the table was silent, and strange looks appeared. They had no idea we were sisters, and they told us later they thought, wow, it didn't take them long to hook up. You can imagine we had a few laughs and a few drinks over that one. Yes, English teachers are always trying to teach the kids to write about the characters in the present tense. Like Macbeth, yeah, 1500, but he is a king, not he was a king. Some of us has been struggling and saying that we just cannot bring ourselves to talk about Margaret in the past tense. That's because we shouldn't. Marg, by how she lived her life, as Allison said, is and will always be teacher extraordinaire. Her pride in her 3 beautiful children, her son-in-law, her total love and admiration for her dear husband, Bud, her fascination with any kind of museum, art, architecture, music, food, her love for a ski through the Canaan woods, for shushing down ski trails with Mike at Burke Mountain, or with us sisters at Whiteface, jogs, walks, tennis, being with and taking care of our aging parents, interacting with her students. Marg did it all with the most unassuming grace, and we would do well to model our lives until each of us meets our end on how Margaret lived her life. Marg, you will be so painfully missed, but you will always be guiding and shining inside of every one of us.